This is a property on Melrose. It's a old school bungalow type home. This is one of the very few properties on the street that hasn't been updated or remodeled in some way. If you can look down the road, other than this, our property with all the leaves everywhere, all the other properties in the streets fairly clean and well kept. This one's been remodeled. Up the street looks like there's a child development center, sort of like a school or private school or some sort. And then you can see the home here has been completely remodeled, new 30-year roof, a few updated windows. So let's take a look inside and see what we're working with. So I can see from the front here, the roof is in fairly good condition. Actually looks like a newer roof. Out here in front, a lot of this wood would have to probably be replaced and resecured. Bottom here, as you can tell, they tried the same thing. Doesn't look that great. Obviously all the lawn has to be cleaned. For this neighborhood, doesn't have too much value, so what I would do is actually just close the windows, clean them up, paint them. I wouldn't change the windows out. So I'll need to scrape and pressure wash everything so you can repaint it or pre-paint the exterior. So here you have a nice porch. They try to enclose it. It doesn't look that great, but you can definitely try it again, do it yourself. Walk in here, all the hardwoods in here are original hardwoods. I would sand everything, just refinish it. It looks like in the middle there's a little dip, but very slightly, so I wouldn't really mess with it. So if it moved that small bit over the over the many years, I don't think it's any issue. Obviously gonna have to paint everything. First prime it to hide this red color. Looks like the ceiling has been textured at one point. If you take a look at here, you'll notice that the property has stucco in the wall still instead of sheetrock. So you would have to demo all that. Let's go back here into the bedrooms. Here's the first bedroom. Again, windows, clean them, paint them, and again the walls. Because it's more of a rental property, I would just go ahead and not bother with ripping out the stucco, replacing the sheetrock and all that. I'd literally just paint and refinish the woods and just put it property for rent. So here's a closet. As you can see, looks like even the older plugs here do have 3 prongs. So I'm going to assume that they have already, the property has at one time been rewired and is grounded. However, we'll keep an eye out for any 2-prong outlets. Here's the bathroom. As you can see, the property is old, the paint is peeling, so there's lead base addendum that would have to be disclosed, obviously. Here's a little, I think it's dead space there, but you can fix it so it could be nice storage. Again, you see the stucco and the slats behind it. In this restroom, you would obviously have to rip everything out and go ahead and remove the slats and replace with sheetrock. And there you go in the back as well. New toilets, pretty much a whole new bathroom there. Second bedroom, again, pretty straightforward. There's there's a roof leak, so stucco would be ripped out. Remember, sheetrocked. However, I would not rip out, again, I would not rip out the sheetrock throughout the entire house, only where need be, and then just rip out that entire wall. Not this one, but if you see where there's extensive damage to the wall, I'd rip out the entire wall and replace that one wall with sheetrock, but not the entire house. So again, 3-prong. Here you can tell that it's copper wiring, not aluminum, so you're good there. So this is sort of a dining area, because here's your living room we were in earlier, and here's a dining. Again, 3-prong outlet. They had a window unit. I'm gonna definitely assume, and probably right, that the property would have to be equipped with a central AC and heat. Looks like the ducts may be in place. You see vents throughout the floor, but I'm gonna assume that the ducts and everything, the entire system would have to be replaced. So now, beginning here is where the addition starts. Or actually, no, this was here. This was a kitchen. The addition starts in that door. So here is where your kitchen should be. Obviously, there's cabinets missing here. That there is your drain for your sink. That's why your sinks usually are near windows. There's your pantry. This here was probably where your refrigerator went. And this right here is your gas line for your stove. But what I would do is definitely open this wall up, put a nice little countertop over there, and then switch maybe the stove this way and then the refrigerator next to that. Kind of play with the floor plan a little bit. I mean, you're pretty much almost there in demo is concerned. So again, 3-prong with GFI. So far everything's been 3-prong, nothing. This is where the addition begins. So this is the closet for the addition. This here should have a wall, and then the sink is in front of me. Well, I'll explain it when I go inside there, even though there's no wall there. So this is the essentially a bedroom. And what they were trying to do is actually, the entrance of the restroom would be here. As you can tell, this is an addition because there's some of the exterior wall, and then there's another part of the exterior wall. So this here, the wall would be here, between that brick and this wall here. And your sink there. Your tub against that wall there. And your toilet, I would imagine, would be here. However, as you can tell, they did not do too great of a job at that, so we would have to address all the issues, make sure everything's sealed, secured, waterproofed, and pretty much start this from scratch almost. But at the end of the day, you will end up with a 3-2. This door is to exit to the back yard. I would probably remove it, that way you have more wall space. And it's a larger, wider door, which would eliminate a lot of space here, or as far as furniture is concerned, when you open that door, there couldn't be anything in the way. So I would eliminate that wall and just have this as your entrance. And keep in mind, it's a rental, so it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. But obviously you want to make sure it's nice enough to rent fairly quickly. So this is the backyard of the house. Nice sized lot. The deck. Deck seems to be in good shape. I walked around. Obviously I can't see the wood, but I didn't feel any spots that were too soft. So I imagine you would just have to remove this, all these leaves. May replace a board or two if need be. But it seems like a fairly sturdy deck. So there you can tell where the addition begins and where it ends. Right there. It's crawl space. Actually, there is basement access from inside. So you see a little bit of wood damage in the exterior. New roof would be required, or some patchwork near the back where the addition began. Make sure the transition's smoother. Here, as you can tell, at one time the electrical meter and everything was updated by the city. Take a look inside. Okay. Just a breaker. Take a look at the other side of the home. There's a gas meter, as you can see. Except for the addition. At one time it was a four-sided brick home, 2-1. With the addition, makes it more of a, still a four-sided brick home, but the addition is all siding. Here is space to go into the basement. However, I do not have a flashlight with me, so seems like there's a little bit of space down there. But here's your electrical. Seems like it has a few new breakers. However, I would definitely have an electrician take a look at that. But for the most part, that is it. This is the property on Melrose.